Hello everyone, it is Saturday, July 14th in the year of our Lord 2012. How are all you doing out there? I am doing awesome as always, wicked awesome. The show is late, but it's going to be great. I'm going to do my best. Delilah's busy playing with a friend. She's unable to make it. I got a lot of random facts of the day. Special shout out to a good buddy of mine. And got to start things off right with my unofficial sponsors. My man Wally Fortier, WASP, Wally's Aluminum Shaping Process, Facebook.com/WASPAA, and he will make you whatever it is you like, all kinds of designs and sports logos and artistic logos, phenomenal stuff. Just takes aluminum and turns it into art. Freaking-credible. How about my good friend Crystal Lloyd Dolzani? Coffee, great way to start the day or night, whatever shift you work. KJLloyd.organogold.com. You want some good coffee? I'm telling you, I can attest to the fact this is some truly wicked awesome coffee. It costs more and it's worth it. Guaranteed. You will not be disappointed. Alright folks, time to unleash the beer of the day. I did some shopping, got me some new stuff to unleash to all of you, including my good man Kevin Sherman, who told me that he drinks a beer every day when he watches my show. How ironic. I drink a beer every day I record my show, which is, well, every day. A beer a day keeps the doctor away, and I don't drink in excess. No need for it. How about Left Hand Brewery Blackjack Porter? I originally at first looked at it, thought it said Black Sack, but Blackjack Porter, Longmont, Colorado. I don't see a percentage on it. I've never had this beer. Well, that's interesting. Designed by Moxie Sozo. Artist, Charles Bloom. Okay. Left Hand Brewery. Brewed on the banks of the mighty St. Vrain. Brewed with clean energy provided by SimpleSolar.com. So, it's one of those healthy tree-hugging beers, huh? Traditional beer opening apparatus. Traditional beer drinking apparatus. And that is not as dark of a porter as I'm accustomed to seeing. Well, kind of dark. A little lighter than usual. But not much. Cheers and beers to all of you. Full robust flavor. Oh man, that stuff is incredible. Those are the type of beers I like, folks. I will admit, hot days, better with those thinner, lighter beers, but I can't do that. I'm not a traditional kind of guy. I mean, who else wears a gut beer hat like this? Or a kick-ass Boston Red Sox jersey? You know? Even though I'm living in Texas, where men and bulls run scared. Alright, how about some birthday shout-outs? Happy milestone birthday to my man, Randy Summerer. Now, here's a guy who I have yet to meet in person. Someday I will. The guy's awesome. He's a diehard Bills fan. Met him on the Sal Capaccio's podcasts. NFL Now and Buffalo Bills Now. My man Sal Capaccio out of WGR 550 in Buffalo. Phenomenal. But Randy, happy milestone birthday. Welcome to the new age bracket, the new club. It's a good bracket, trust me. You know, you're still a young pup there, kid. Still got 9 years on you. So there. But cheers to you, my friend. And those Bills fans out there, and I know a lot of them, you are true fans. And I respect the hell out of that. I like the Bills myself a lot. We equally hate the Jets and Dolphins. Squish the fish. And that fat bastard Rex Ryan, too. Of course, that might be an all-day affair to squish that guy. He's got a lot of girth to squish. He's the squisher, not the squishy. Anyway, so Randy, have a wicked awesome birthday, my friend. Next on the list, here's a guy I remember from high school. And elementary school, I do believe as well. A few years younger than me, my man Dave Sawyer. Happy birthday to you. Hope you're doing well. Haven't heard from you in like forever. It'd be nice to hear from you. Let me know what you think of the show. I haven't changed much, buddy. Like a fine wine, I've gotten better with age. Got a straight grill, thank you, braces a few years back. Used to have that jacked up grill, remember? Boy, But Dave's always been a good guy, good dude, good natured, kind of quiet, sharp guy. Good people like that. And Dave, you're awesome. Cheers and beers, my friend. Hope you have a wicked awesome day. Next on the list, I remember this young man since Little League. Lukas Kendall, happy birthday to you. Hope you're doing well. Now, did you graduate with my brother a year after? I had a senile moment for some reason. And I was always, yeah, you know, could have sworn you graduated in 93. I don't know why I'm having a brain fart right now. If I was perfect, I'd be playing third base for the Red Sox. Senility setting in. Hey, it happens from time to time. That's all right. I forget more stuff than most people remember. But I didn't forget your birthday, Lukas. I don't do that. I don't forget people's birthdays. And hope you're doing well. I've known you for over 20 years easily. Shoot, 25 years. Wow. Over 25 years. Good Lord. Wow. Remember you always playing second base, number 4. See, I remember that. That's right. Well, I hope you're doing well. It's, from what I've seen, extremely successful, doing very well. Not a surprise. A very smart man. And a very good man, too. So, Lukas, happy birthday, my friend. Next on the list, celebrating a true milestone, my man Dale Abbott. Him and I, now, I have yet to meet this guy in person, but I have talked to him for years online. Over a decade now. And Dale Abbott, see, he's a Rhode Islander. Fellow New Englander like this guy. Unfortunately, Dale's always been a lifelong Yankees fan. But that's okay. He's a true fan, and he's been a fan of them probably longer than I've been alive. So, fans like that, hey, I can respect that. But, see, now Dale is a fan of one of the greatest music forms in history, doo-wop. Vocal group harmony. 50s doo-wop, 50s, 60s doo-wop, amazing stuff. And he's even got his own radio show, and I'm going to endorse it. He does it every other Sunday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. WNRIradio.com. And so Rhode Island radio station. Highly encourage. I have listened to it. There's some unique and obscure doo-wop that man plays. Fantastic music. So Dale, hope you enjoy this show. Big shout out to you. Happy milestone birthday. And I hope my Red Sox can come back and beat you Yankees. I really do. I'll tell you, man, your show's awesome. And keep it going, please. I will spread the word if you want me to. I will endorse the show every so often, just kind of share the link, because it's good stuff, folks. I'm not kidding. Be happy to do that for you, Dale. That's what friends are for. Alright, now, final birthday. Now, here's a man that's worked with my father since the Truman administration. Okay, it feels that long. Mikey Waters. He's like me, man. Looks young, stays young, lots of energy, and those who enjoy life age well. Mikey, you've definitely done that, brother. And I love your rants on the old Facebook. Lots of fun. I do the same thing. I've kind of toned it down a little bit. I've kind of needed to, but lots of impressionable folks out there. And I don't like pissing people off. It's not fun. But sadly, you can't make everybody happy. But Mikey, you've never pissed me off. You've always been great to me. You're a great guy, a great man, a great friend, great dad. And hopefully a great husband too. But yeah, man. So all I gotta say is cheers and beers to you. Mikey's worked with my father since forever. And they both have a lot of energy. Hard work, construction, good times. Alrighty. How about some additional shout outs? As promised, here's a great man I work with here in Texas, otherwise known as Southern Oklahoma. My man, Jeff Hicks. Like I said, man, lots of different types of beer. We were talking beer last night at work. And, what was it the night before? No, I don't remember. Shoot, I think it was last night. Yeah, it was last night when I came into work. I don't know. Thursday night, Friday morning. That's what it was. And I said I'd hook you up with a shout out. And by golly, I'm doing it. I saw you I had to come in for something last night. That's what it was. That's why I saw you there. But Jeff, see, picked it up at the Class 6. Variety pack. 12 pack of Left Hand Brewery stuff. Lots of different 12 packs there of varieties. Variety is the spice of life. Someday I'm going to get to San Antonio, get down to that place that you mentioned, which I'm drawing a blank on the name now. Flying Saucers. I think that's what it was. That's right. Oh, 5-0's pulling somebody over, I see. Whoops. Not me. Alrighty, so Jeff, cheers and beers, my friend, and don't work too hard. I try not to. Next on the list. Now, here's a great man that I've worked with on and off since 1993. Known him a long, long time. Big money, Brian Husted, a great man, a fellow Masonic brother. Truly a wicked awesome dude. Undoubtedly. Figure I'd give you a shout out. Good conversation with you. Find out you never know who else out there is fellow Masonic brethren. And I'm proud and honored to belong to a fraternity and an organization of good people that are all about charity and helping others. And with that, I am also going to give shout outs to my man JP, Jonas Patterson, another fellow Masonic brother, as well as my man, and I give the guy a shout out all the time, Justin Dimmitt. The three of you, absolutely phenomenal folks that I worked with in jolly old England. Big Money Brian, I also worked with you in California, the land of fruits and nuts. So we go way back. Back when the Earth's crust was still cooling almost. But yeah, you three guys, it has been a pleasure and an honor working with you and calling you friends and fellow brothers to this day. Awesome stuff. But yeah, like I shot messages to you guys, I had no idea that our good man Chad is also a fellow Masonic brother. How cool is that? If that ain't awesome, I don't know what is. And finally, last but not least, I am saving the best for last because this guy made me jealous last night. My man Kevin Sherman, a former resident of England, who is now living it up in Illinois. That's right, Illinois, otherwise known as Western Indiana. There you have it. Or is it Southern Michigan? I haven't figured that one out yet. Well, yeah. Kevin was lucky enough and blessed enough to be able to go to Leonard Skinner concert last night. And let me tell you something about how hardcore this guy is, okay? This guy doesn't even slay lungs, aka smoke. Yet he bought a Zippo lighter so he can have it. Now, a band called Loverboy, I've heard of them vaguely. I don't know, I haven't really heard of them much. Then you got Bad Company, a phenomenal band, and lead singer Paul Rogers on that one. Good times. But then, the main attraction, Leonard Skinner. How about that? And I heard they rocked the house. I heard it was a great concert. And Kevin was so dedicated. Every time another song popped up, he posted it on the old Facebook. So I knew what was going on. That is cool of you, Kev. Almost made me feel like I was there, even though I wasn't. Got to be there to enjoy the party. No doubt about it. I'm glad you had an awesome time. He even mentioned to me he's drinking a phenomenal beer right now called Voodoo Vader at 9% alcohol by volume ABV. That's a beast beer right there, folks. I have yet to have it. Someday I will. I have not seen it. See, he's fortunate. Living in the northern Midwest, he gets those microbrews in that area that I don't get to see, unfortunately. But I gotta say, Colorado's got some seriously great microbrews. Unfortunately, not a lot of great microbrews here in Yeehaw, Texas. Slightly disappointed. And I haven't seen any from Oklahoma yet. What's up with that? Alright. Anyway, so he mentioned a random fact of the day, and I know my friend Crystal Lloyd Dozani will appreciate this, for she was the inspiration for my random facts of the day. Kevin's been my inspiration for the movies of the day. And this one, the 1960 classic Alfred Hitchcock thriller Psycho, was the first American film to show a toilet flushing. How about that? I did not know that. I did know that the first TV show ever that had the sound of a toilet flushing was All in the Family. That's right, Archie Bunker and all them. Boy, they broke a lot of rules on that show. Early 70s changed a lot of stuff when that show came out in 1971. All right. How about this? Now, see, Kevin and I have some mutual friends. Maybe he'll show them the video. These mutual friends have all seen my videos. I'm almost certain of that. We got the great John Hurt, Pride of Louisiana. We got my man Matt St. Andre, Rhode Islander, diehard Sox fan, Yankee hater, Celtics fan, Bruins fan, Patriots fan, like me, a true New England sports fan dude. And then, of course, we got Sharonica Thomas, a total sweetheart, nice lady, one of the nicest people you ever meet in your entire life. I gave him a shout out on a show a week ago for his birthday. My man Todd Groth, who I got to hang out with Bible Camp. I got to hang out with him. Got to hang out with Sharonica. Got to hang out with Todd. The lovely Jessica Delgado. Another one that we're friends with. Total sweetheart. We've gotten into some great conversations, including one that was 160 posts and destroyed our man John Hurt's wall. That was funny. Jessica, we'll have to do that again. And then a friend that I would love to hear from again sometime, the Honorable Larissa Lillard. A great friend. A great lady. And, miss you. I do. Love to hear from you. Anyway, remember this, folks. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. If the Lord forgives, so does Dr. B. Aight? Period. Dot. End of story. How about that? Quickly, did you know that on this day in 1985, the last United States Football League game was played? USFL. That was the league that Herschel Walker played in, Jim Kelly played in. The Baltimore Stars beat the Oakland Invaders. July 14th, 1985, the last USFL game ever. On this day in 1974, probably with the Yankees at the time because he was five-time Yankee manager, Billy Martin, one of the greatest managers in sports, certainly between him and Earl Weaver and Tommy Lasorda, had to be three of the most charismatic, exciting managers in baseball history. Got to give some love to Lou Piniella and Ozzie Guillen as well, because those guys are exciting. But what Billy Martin did, he got ejected in 2 baseball games in one day. How did he do that? Probably a doubleheader. Probably got ejected from both. But that is funny. That's some really funny shit right there. On this day in 1967, and I know my man Kevin Sherman will appreciate this one. Would you believe that the Who opened for Herman's Hermits for the first ever U.S. tour with the Who and Herman's Hermits? July 14, 1967. The Who was the opening band for Herman's Hermits. Now, Herman's Hermits were good. They had a lot of success for a lot of years during the 60s. Probably half a decade of good solid success. But the Who was a legacy. And the Who, I do believe, they're still going, man. You know, Keith Moon passed away in 78, but the rest of them are still intact. And I do believe they're still, a lot of them, they did go solo. I don't know if they're touring right now. I think they are. Kevin, help me out on that one if you would. I haven't really paid attention. I do know that the Who was in the Guinness Book of World Records and still holds the record for the loudest rock concert ever. I want to say it was 121 decibels. 1975. Incredible. Here's a baseball story for you. In 1914, the Boston Braves were in last place, July 14th of 14. Do you realize that they went on to make it to first place, go to the World Series, and swept in the World Series? And I'm trying to remember who they played against. But that was the Boston Braves' only World Series title while they were in Boston. In fact, the Atlanta Braves have won one World Series in each city. 1914 for Atlanta, 1957 for Milwaukee, and 1995, I believe it was, in Atlanta. So, what the Atlanta Braves should probably do is move to another city. Sorry, Chinese food. Lots of it. They should probably move to another city so they can win another World Series. Just saying. On this day, in 1868, the tape measure was invented. How about that? Pretty cool deal, huh? So quick birthdays. On this day in 1954, Baby Buell, former wife of Steve Tyler, mother of Liv Tyler, and November 1974, Playboy Playmate. She was born in 1954 on this day. Now, I have met Baby Buell in person at one of the Playmate conventions. I used to go to Los Angeles all the time for all the Playmate conventions every year. They had them twice a year, and I went to just about every single one from 1995 on through 2000. A lot of fun. They actually got to know me. Pretty cool. Baby Buell, talked to her a couple times. Monique Noel, probably the Playmate I talked to the most. She was just so down to earth. Oh, and Dolores Del Monte, March 1954 Playmate, the fourth Playmate ever. Talked to her a bunch of times. Great lady. Really, really great lady. On this day in 1967, the same day as The Who opened for Herman's Hermits, baseball player Robin Ventura was born. How about that? Remember, he's the one that got his ass whooped by Nolan Ryan in 1993. 46-year-old beat the crap out of a 26-year-old. Legendary fight. On this day in 1913, 99 years ago, Jimmy Hoffa and former President Gerald Ford were born. How about that? I did not know that they were both born the same month, day, and year, July 14th, 1913. And on this day, 100 years ago, folk legend Woody Guthrie was born, father of Arlo Guthrie. Woody Guthrie, Pete Seeger, and Leadbelly are considered the three classic folk kings of folk music. Okay? Now, with all that, show's done. Just kidding. Come on, we gotta get to the movie of the day. I'm sorry the show's gonna be a longer one. There were a lot of random facts of the day, and I had to give my man Kevin a big old shout out. I had to do that. I didn't even get to everything. Forgot to mention about my man Kevin. See, well, ladies, the man is single, and you should see him. He has got like this badass freaking beard, okay? Kick ass. He's got his scuzz, you know, his high and tight haircut. Sometimes bald with this big badass black beard. Pretty cool gig. Hell, I'd grow it like that if the company I work for allowed beards. But unfortunately they don't. They consider them unprofessional. Then again, so do the New York Yankees. I detect something similar. Not the smartest thing in the world. Just my opinion. But anyway, hey, such is life. I remember many years ago, in my former life, I was actually in the military, and it was during the Civil War. And I had this big ass beard. You know why? Because when I was in the trenches and I was fighting, I had a meal. Because, you know, sometimes you just didn't have meals. So I had that meal in my beard, and I was able to gnaw it up when needed. And that's why I lived to be 106 years, 5 months, and 8 days old. Now, I was 70 years old at the time. But now in my current life, I got a new job, and I drink beer and have a show. Pretty cool gig, huh? All right. Movie of the day. And for this one, I think I got a good friend of mine, Chad Collins, who will love this. Now, see, Chad and I share something in common, folks. We love sleazy, cheesy movies, okay? There's A movie, there's B movies. I call these C movies because they are below B movies. Believe me, and this is definitely one of them. However, ultra rare movie. Now, the movie is called Maniac, okay? Now, this is a twofer. Got this video quite cheap. I mean, just read this. I mean, provocative, you know, sordid, perverse, you know, Maniac, Dwayne Esper movie, and backed by Narcotic. I'll get to Narcotic another day when I have the next movie of the day. But basically, the New York Times said provocative, Chicago Tribune said sordid and perverse. Village Voice establishes the 1934 outer limits of sex and violence. Like I said, 1934. People didn't know they had movies like this in 1934, huh? Well, you see this right here. This is an artist rendition of the scene, one of the scenes in Maniac. And what he does is he actually takes one of her boobs and pops it out. and exposes it. Yes, nudity in 1934. Yep, not kidding. Now, basically, I'll read the tagline from this because it's insane. Um, Raw, visceral cinematic experience unlike any other. Maniac offers a walking tour through the mind of a bona fide lunatic, distorted by fragmented scenes and ugly realities that mimic insanity's own warped perspective. The classic exploitation film is actually a Depression-era rendition of Edgar Allan Poe's The Black Cat, injected with cat fights, both literal and figurative. Yes, we love our cat fights, don't we, guys? Nudity, yep, like I said, nudity in this movie. Necrophilia, a reanimated corpse ravaged by a madman who thinks he's an orangutan. Wow. And the ingestion of one fresh eyeball. Oh, you gotta see that, folks. Crazy. As a special feature, there's also scenes from another movie. Is it Maciste or Macist in Hell from 1926, where he borrowed, Dwayne Esper, the director, borrowed graphic scenes of demonic mayhem. Macist in Hell is from 1926, like I said, but wow, I'll tell you, Maniac, aka Sex Maniac, it's only 52 minutes long, directed by Dwayne Esper, written by his wife, Hildegard Esper. How about that? And they were married for over 60 years. They lived a long time. They lived to be like in their late 80s, early 90s, I believe it was. I'd have to double check. But they lived quite a while. And folks, that movie, Maniac, truly is something worth watching. 52 minutes of your time, okay? My wife wouldn't dare watch movies like this. In fact, she's so embarrassed by some of my movies, she won't even allow me to have them in the living room. They have to be upstairs in the bookcase so that nobody can see them. Squeeze me. Alright, this show is going over 30 minutes today. We're at 27. We haven't even done the song of the day, which we're fitting to do right now. And I had some decisions to make. That's why it took so long to get the show going tonight. Plus a huge Chinese food dinner. Alright, it's only fitting that since it's Woody Guthrie's 100th birthday today. Now, he's not alive. He died in 67. Sadly, only 55 years old. 54, 55 years old when he passed away. I don't remember how he passed away. I have to look that one up again. But he did a version of a famous song called House of the Rising Sun back in 1941. House of the Rising Sun was not originally done by the Animals, folks. From what I was reading a little bit, and I haven't read up fully, but there was actually a 1926 unknown blues artist that did the first version. I see there's a song called The House of the Rising Sun from 1928 by Texas Alexander, although that version is different than what you're going to hear here. Here, like that. Now, we all know the Animals 1964 classic version is probably the best version. In my opinion, I think it is until I hear others. It's just so powerful, and they did it so well. Eric Burdon and the Animals, I mean, just a phenomenal group and a phenomenal song. House of the Rising Sun, probably their most famous song ever. Let me know if I'm wrong on that one. But here you go. Woody Guthrie, folk version, House of the Rising Sun, 1941. Happy birthday, Woody.
There is a house in New Orleans. You call her right.
Happy 100th, Woody. I know you're up above watching over this one.
It's been the ruin of many a poor soul and me. Oh God, I'm one. If I had listened.
Got beer? Duh. What do you think, Kevin? How's this first song?
Being so young and foolish, poor girl, let a gambler lead me.
I'm gonna make you all a promise. Tomorrow's show will be a lot earlier. Okay? Good old folk music. Obviously, the Animals version, certainly a lot more powerful.
Lord God, drinks down in New Orleans.
This is a pretty damn good version, dude. 30 minutes. If I filled this one to the brim, I would take more than one full beer. This is an English pint glass. 16.9 fluid ounces of awesomeness. I'm still stuffed, thank you, Chinese food. I had General Tso's chicken fried rice, egg rolls, wontons, and good God, I am stuffed beyond recognition. Portions of Chinese food are huge here in Yeehaw, Texas. Little Panda is the name of the place. And a big salute to Little Panda with their big portions. And tasty portions. This is my second longest show ever. Damn. Oh. Probably gonna take 3 hours to upload this one. At this rate, I'll have 2 shows being released at the same time. What a good tune, folks. I hope you enjoyed that one. I know I did. Definitely a good tune indeed. Alright, folks. It is time to make like a fetus and head out, so everybody take care. Have a wicked awesome night and day. Peace be the journey. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Don't drink and drive. You might spill your drink, or you might kill yourself or somebody else. And drinking and driving is dumber than being a Yankees fan. And what's dumber than that is rooting for scumbags like Eli, oh, I'm as good as Tom Brady, Manning, or men slapping women. Things like that are just plain stupid. See y'all tomorrow. Have a wicked awesome night and day. Bye-bye. Bye.